everyone, how you guys doing? Hope you're gonna have an awesome day today. Alberto, if you really cute, do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe. Boy, yeah, to go ahead, push that bell for notifications so you can get to scoop my newest upcoming videos. Alright, we are seeing The Flash Season 9 Episode 2. This is gonna be a recap video, and what one hell of a video this was, this episode. I enjoyed it. Yeah, it looks like we have a new member of Team Flash. You guys ready for this? Alright, let's dive right into this recap. So, we're back in Star Labs, and Keiynan has released a distress signal that caused Barry to come. Also, she has some news to tell Barry, not only to Barry, but to Team Flash. Team Flash finally comes in, and they say, if you're not Keiynan or Frost, then who are you exactly? And then someone else comes in the room and says, it's Mark. Yeah, Mark is in the room. He says that, hello everyone, I want you to meet Snow. And they're confused, so like, who is this person? And Mark says, hey Barry, do you remember the day when you interrupted Keiynan when she was actually trying to bring back Frost? You destroyed her lab equipment, but Keiynan never stopped working trying to bring Frost back. That's why I came into the picture, and I helped her out. But it came with a cost. Keiynan and Frost, their personalities, their perfections, they're gone, Barry. We need your help fixing it. What we have is a blank slate, which is Snow. Don't worry, I caught her up for detail, and she knows all of you and your names, everyone, but we just need your help on this particular situation, bringing back the personas and personalities of Keiynan and Frost. That's all we need, and then the dupe bodies. Double copies, you could say. So, Team Flash, are you willing to help us? Barry has a weird face going on, like, are you serious? You guys have been working on this behind my back? It's really frustrating to hear their technical problems, what happened, and why they're working behind Team Flash's back, but in order to restore Keiynan and Frost back, they need to help them out. But it was all a lie, actually. Mark and Snow lied to Team Flash. Keiynan and Frost are permanently gone. They don't know how to bring her back, so they need Team Flash's help. The contingency plan is Mark only wants to bring back one person, which is Frost. Then Joe got the phone call from Barry. Barry and Cecile are filled in with everything that happened. Cecile is still thinking about what Joe said to her about, we need to leave Central City. Basically, we need to move out of Central City. Reason why is because Joe is afraid of Cecile being in the front lines of Central City. The mother of his child, he loves her so much, he cannot bear to let her get hurt. So, Barry is thinking, also telling Iris, the situation that happened in his last, I guess, you could say, confrontation with Keiynan. He blew up her whole entire laboratory when she was trying to bring Frost back to life, and he only said, I'm sorry. Those were the only last words he said to Keiynan, and even saw Keiynan as well. So Barry is thinking like, I owe Keiynan this, I owe her one, and I'm going to make it right. Now we're at Krakatoa Club. So at this club we see Hartley. Yes, Hartley Rathway. So awesome. He's back with Roderick, the love of his life, which is amazing. Roderick actually works at this club. I think he's the manager actually. So Hartley steps outside. He's about to go home, but then some lady that was actually inside the club was keeping an eye on him because she needs something from him. In order to get it from him, she needs to, I guess you could say, subdue him or kill him. So she pulls out this violin out of her weapon holster, and it works as just like Hartley's gauntlets. It's a sonic shockwave, but this sonic shockwave certainly did shock Hartley, pun intended. So Hartley, he put on his gauntlets. He says, "Okay, you want to play? Well, let's play." So Hartley actually, I guess you could say, discalculates. Yes, he didn't expect her being a little bit tad more stronger than he was. He needs to updated his gauntlets in order to defeat her. But he didn't have time to do that right there. He thought that she was just a B-rated meta that was trying to attack him. But Harley flew out of there, yes, with his gauntlets. And her name is, she says, Fiddler. And Fiddler says, "Tell Hartley I'll be back to see him." Now we're back in Star Labs, and I guess you could say Snow is inside the cryo tube chamber. They're planning on bringing the personality back on Caitlin and Frost, or else that's what Team Flash thinks that's what their main goal is to do. But things actually go wrong again inside the cryo tube chamber later. Her vital signs are fine, but then they find tachyon. Yes, all around her body, tachyon particles. It's like insane how many of them are there inside of her. So Barry needs to act fast because that machine is about to explode. So Barry runs over and I guess you could say gets Snow outside of the crystal chamberlight's tube chamber, and so he phases her out. That's what he does, so she won't get hurt in the explosion. And Joe Bates says, "Why did you do that? You just should have left her in there for a few more minutes." And Team Flash is like, "Are you kidding me? She could have died." Then something happens. Snow opened her mouth and revealed that it was basically all a lie. She said that it wasn't supposed to hurt. You said we were supposed to get Frost back, only we couldn't get them both back. That donged on Mark right there. He's like, "Oh, well, I'm in trouble. They busted me." Barry got up and said, "So this was your plan all along? You didn't care about bringing Caitlin back now, did you? You're selfish. You only want to bring Frost back. Wasn't that your agenda? Wasn't that your goal? Only that selfish goal of yours? Bring Frost back and not Caitlin?" He said this is what Caitlin would have wanted. And I was just going to go along with Caitlin's idea, what she would have wanted too. And Barry's like, "Oh my goodness, are you serious?" Chester's saying that this cannot be completed. If it is, then she would have died. But they get an intruder at MedLabs. And it's Hartley. Hartley's there and he needs some help. So what happens is Barry says, "Hartley, how'd you get in here?" He says, "I used to work here, dumbass." And so Hartley needs, I guess you could say, it's a gauntlet. Oh my goodness, Gauntlet Bracer. Yes, Gauntlet Bracer to restore his meta powers. So his vital signs are actually pretty good right now. He decides, well, to tell Barry and Iris a new meta is in town and she's after me. No, I'm gonna take a nap. I'll let you guys deal with her, or I'll deal with her later on. We see the Fiddler, the same exact location where Captain Boomerang is at. Now we know who Red Death is working with. Is this Red Death's full team, like 2 people, or is he working with multiple people? Who knows what's going on? Now Mark is back at his own bar and he's drinking it all alone. Barry decides to come over and talk to him. He says, "Look, man, I know why you did what you did. You want to bring Frost back because you loved her. That's understandable, and you want to do anything to bring her back. See, the thing is, I love someone too, and I did the same thing, and I messed up big time. You did the same thing, but it's time you're not alone. You are a part of Team Flash. Just don't go rogue. Help us out." Barry gets a text message, bring Mark back at Star Labs. It's 911 message, and let's just say that they had some good news. Good news is they're able to restore Caitlin and Frost, I guess, into back in one body, but they need help to dive deep inside her mind. That's where Thomas comes in. Thomas, her father, that actually created Frost inside Caitlin. 2 personas, so they need to go over his research and look into it, deep dive search into it. So we see Frost. Sorry, not Frost, but we see Snow talking to Hartley. Hartley's caught up. He knows the whole story. She's the new, I guess you could say, Caitlin. And they become friends, actually, right away. And they get to know each other. And she says, if you're going after vengeance, then that's the path you need to take. Other than that, Barry hands over eerie letter. Alright, now let me explain this. This letter states that what they're doing for Snow is exactly what Thomas had in mind. But in order to do that, you only could bring back one person. Once you bring back one person, the other person's lost, gone forever. Now Team Flash has to vote whether or not they want to keep Caitlin or keep Frost, basically. But Thomas, he didn't want to be selfish. He never made that choice. He left alone. But Barry has a decision to make. He has his own choice. He says, I get an idea. I'm gonna bring Cecile in here. I'm gonna ask Cecile, ask her what she is feeling. Cecile asks her, how do you feel right now? She says, I feel like myself. I feel good. And Barry says, well, there's her answer. I believe you, Snow. You deserve to make the choice. Make your own choice. This will be your decision. And Snow's actually happy about that. And we already know what Snow, what she's going to say. She wants to be herself, her normal self. Which I find that, yeah, they deserve a new member of the Flash, Team Flash. So it's all okay. But she's back. Yes, the Fiddler. Now, the thing is, she kind of killed Roderick and also the rest of the staff members at the club. Harley is pissed off so much. He wants a duel with her. He wants to dance with her. But then Barry comes in. Throws a bolt of lightning right at her back while she wasn't even paying attention. Strikes her badly. Flies over the floor like a sack of potatoes, just like how he threw Dawn over his shoulders like a sack of potatoes in season 7. But she pulls a Black Canary. Yeah, she literally picks up a microphone and screams and yells at it. She has meta powers kind of like Harley's, actually. They both can manipulate their vocal cords. Harley was able to disorient her. He had a choice whether or not he could kill her or not. But Barry said, don't worry. Roderick's not gone. It's hard to explain where the staff and where Roderick is at. The best I can explain is they're caught in a genjutsu, but in a vibrational genjutsu where the naked eye cannot see their molecules nor their bodies. Harley has an answer to that. Just reset his mainframe on his gauntlets and everybody's body is restored. Now everybody is back and he has Roderick back in his hands, the love of his life, which is pretty awesome. I like it. But a big flash comes in and everyone's blinded except for Barry. Barry could see in the distance that Captain Boomerang actually took Fiddler with him. Also, Harley's gauntlets. Where are Harley gauntlets? Yeah, Captain Boomerang took them, but why? Now, Mark is not a fan of the new idea of having Snow. Well, technically, she wants to be called Keiynan, just like the way Thomas was going to call her previously, her father Keiynan. So, Harley comes in. Marcus is like, what are you doing here? And Harley pulls another Black Canary and destroys the chamber light system. Yes. Mark is not happy about that. He says, what have you done? And Harley says, I just helped out a friend. Indeed. So Harley helped her out, but Mark, he just goes up to Harley and says, if I ever see you again, I'll end you. That did not sound like a threat. That sounded like a promise. So there's on edge right there in between them two. Now, Barry and Iris are thinking, how should they spend their weekend? Oh yeah, let's go to a dance club, let's rave and all. I'm not going to show you any more of Barry's kind of embarrassing dance moves, so I'll spare you the little luxury of that. But the rest of Team Flash is there, and yes, at first Joe wasn't a fan, he was at the bar drinking, but he does have some moves on him, so he joins the dance floor, which is pretty awesome. Then we see the love triangle with Allegra and Chester. Awesome, yeah. There's Captain Boomerang working on Harley's gauntlets, restoring Red Death. His molecules back into shape. We finally get to see the suit in Red Death, actually. It's awesome and amazing. So he's the narrator talking to, like, himself as if he was talking about the Flash in the future, like if the Flash wronged him in the future, which is crazy and insane. So we're going to see one hell of a fight. What's going to happen? And then I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys are new, subscribe to the channel as always, and yes, of course, I'll see you all in the next one.